Let's get farming some iron in 1.15. Hello again, Skunk Monkey here, and today in our iron farm tutorial for 1.15, I have redesigned my iron farm from 1.14, made it even simpler and even better than it was before. And I am going to walk you guys through the steps of making this iron farm. And right now I'm going to pop up on screen all of the list of materials that you're going to be needing for this farm. Let's hop on and start building it. All right, here we are in a brand new world. There is nothing here. And the first thing you want to do is put down a chest. Now, this chest is not anything specific. It is just where you're going to be storing the items. If you've got a storage system or an item sorter, this is where it's going to feed into. But this chest is just a holder for right now. This hopper right here is going to signify where the bottom of the Iron Golem Farm is. I recommend building the Iron Golem Farm in the air, so this would be at the ground level. You can build it underground. However, a lot of times the Iron Golems like to spawn inside solid blocks, so you will have losses if you do decide to build it underground. You can build a building around this. However, you do want to make sure that there are no spawnable areas. So having said that, this right here is our center of our farm, and we want to build a 5x5 platform around this hopper, and then we're going to want to start building up our glass wall. Now, I just use a glass wall because I like seeing the iron golems falling down in here and dying, just so that I know that it's working. This part can be done with another block, but I've always used glass just for the obvious reasons. So you want to build this glass wall up by 3 layers. And then you're going to want to put water in each of the corners. This is to help funnel the items into the hopper so that you don't have any losses. You're then going to want to put signs on each side, just right in the middle, 3 of them across. And then choose 2 sides that are opposite each other, and then start building into the middle with more signs. And you're going to want to put them just like that, and then 3 from this side. Not like that. 3 from this side right here. And what that allows us to do is put lava right here in the middle. Make sure you're over the top of the hopper. And the lava will flow. It will not quite get to the sides, so anything that falls in here will die. And even though there's a safe spot there, golems are too big, they will not be safe. Now you're going to want to build this funnel up another 3 blocks so that it is 6 high. This is the minimum. You can build it even taller. Basically, you just want the iron golems away from the spawn platforms so that more can spawn. Villagers don't like to spawn more unless they absolutely have to. All right, at this point, you're going to want to build what is actually the spawning platform for the iron golems. So basically, just put solid blocks on top of that glass ring, just like that. And then around that, you're going to put 1 more ring of solid blocks. This right here is the entire spawning area for the iron golems. Now you can put in a block that you don't really care about on the inside. This is just to make placing our fence gates easier. And you're going to place the fence gates along that ring, like so. Fence gates allow mobs to pass through without water passing through. So we're going to open up all of those, and then those blocks that we put underneath them to make it easier, you can break right now. Not that glass piece, though. Conversely, you could put a line around here, like I'll do now, because you're going to want to put fence gates on the outside of this ring as well. The reason why you want to use fence gates is because sometimes the iron golems will spawn right here, and if you use a solid block, they could get stuck there. This will help them only be spawning in the water and get pushed into the middle. So you want to put your fence gates all the way around the outside, like so. And then open them all up, and then break all of the inside blocks. right, once you have all of those blocks broken and all of your gates open, you're going to want to build a little bit of scaffolding right here, and then put a glass block right in the center of this area. This is where your zombie is going to be spending the rest of his undead life. And you want to build it up like this so that when you drop your zombie in, he can't escape. And then you're going to want to name him so that he does not despawn. And then you're going to want to come up here and put a slab above his head so that he doesn't burn. And then you're going to want to take your trapdoors and put one right there, and then one on each side of that trapdoor. And then you're going to want to close them so that they're face down like that. And then break those glass. Now, he is stuck here. He can never get out, but he can see out. It is now time to make the the villager platforms. So if we come up here like so, you're going to want this to be 3 high. And once you get to be 3 high, you're going to want to build out by 2. And right here is the beginning of our platform. This needs to be 3 by 4. That's 5. 3 by 4. And for right now, you're going to want to leave that block right there. Each one of our platforms is going to get 3 beds, and they're going to go just like that. And then also they are going to get 3 grindstones, like so. And then we also get 1 trapdoor is going to go right on top of this bed. You're then going to want to put glass there, and then above that spot right there. And what this is going to allow the villagers to do is to move around a little bit. They can get in bed and they can work. And I actually made a mistake. You do need to bring this out by 1 more and put your grindstone right there. And then put a piece of glass above it like that. So now the villagers can move around in here. They can work and they can't escape. You're going to want to drop the villagers in right here. So let's go ahead and grab some villagers. And you would want to drop 3 of them in, not nitwits because they do need to work. And at this point they should be trying to sleep and the zombie will kick them out of bed. You're going to want to build 1 of these on each of the 4 sides. So once you have all 4 sides made and 3 villagers in each, you should check to make sure that each one of them has taken on the profession. If not, you may need to try to move them around, but they should all have the profession as these do. And you want to make sure that when night does fall, that each one of them is trying to get into bed, and then they will instantly get out, or within a matter of seconds. This means that the zombie is seeing them, they are seeing the zombie and being frightened. At this time, you want to add water into each one of the corners. This will help push the iron golems into the middle. And then you're going to want to do this next part during the day, because if a villager tries to get out of bed at night and you have a block in the wrong spot, they will get out onto this little platform right here. So you're going to just want to make this little wall, break that block and that block. Once again, making this out of glass, because if this is a solid block, then the iron golems, I did that in the wrong spot. The iron golems, actually that is built too far in. I just realized that should be 1 back. I will correct that mistake. But if any of these blocks around here are solid blocks, the iron golems will spawn on top of those blocks, and you do not want that. It will completely break the farm so that it will not be producing anything. So let me quick move these guys backwards. And there we have it. I have moved this one back 1. Basically, this bed should be right over top of the gates. That will make it close enough for the zombie to scare the villagers, and the villagers will be able to be frightened by the zombie. At this point, your farm is basically done. I have heard 2 of them die now. So we have, oh, there's another one. Each side of this will spawn their own iron golems, which is why you want to get them pushed into the middle as soon as possible. Every once in a while, you'll get an iron golem who will kind of sit here on the side and kind of fight going in, but eventually they will get pushed in. It's not a usual occurrence, but it can happen. In my testing, I've gotten anywhere between 4.5 and 5 stacks of iron ingots every hour. So this farm does produce quite a bit of iron. It is not stackable up into the air. However, if you did want to build a bunch of these around, there is no distance that you need to keep them apart. Just in trying to build a building around this, you want to keep your build at least this far away, or make it out of something that things can't spawn on, such as glass, because like I said before, iron golems do like to spawn in any type of solid block they can find. But that's it. That is the Iron Farm tutorial for 1.15.1. It's quite simple. You only need 1 zombie this time, 12 villagers, and only a few hoppers just for your collection system right there. If you guys like the video, please consider liking it and consider subscribing. You can turn on those notifications. You can follow me on Twitter, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Until next time.